Welcome to Learn Law Better. Don't know how to set goals effectively? Do you want to see significant improvement in your grades? Stay to the end as I help you learn how to improve by setting the right types of goals. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy the episode, and please hit the subscribe button, and that way you won't miss any future episodes. Hi, this is Bo Buys, and today I want to help you in setting goals that will help you succeed. There are three types of goals: outcome goals, performance goals, and process goals. Outcome goals are not completely under your control, but you can work towards them. For example, you may want to graduate at the top of your class. That is an outcome goal since there are many factors which aren't within your control, such as those who you're competing against or unforeseen events like a sudden illness before finals. Performance goals are specific and identifiable goals that will help you achieve your desired outcome goals. In school, that would include getting top grades in your classes or getting on law review. Now, before we go any further, let's discuss a bit of brain science related to competency. There is a phenomena which we've all experienced, which goes by the name second-order incompetence or unconscious incompetence. This is when a person just doesn't know what they don't know. For example, someone may want to get better grades, but they believe they have the writing skills necessary for good grades. They don't know that writing is made up of several skills, so they fail to take the right steps to help them move to competent writing. So the first step before establishing a performance goal is to recognize your deficiencies. Finally, there are process goals. These are the small steps that you have to take to achieve your performance goals. First, identify the steps that you need to take to achieve that goal. Sticking with the top grades example, determine what goes into achieving that goal. In law school, that means attending class, taking notes, writing a good essay on an exam, and possibly answering multiple choice questions. Second, break each of these items even further, if needed. For example, you don't need to break down going to class, just do that. But what goes into writing a strong essay exam? Many law students are stuck in unconscious incompetence, so they really don't do much of anything to improve until they get their grades back, at which point it's too late. Let's look at the steps you might take if your goal is to improve your essay exam writing. Step 1, determine your deficiencies. But how are you going to do this? How do you know what you don't know? Stop and create some steps for discovering what you don't know. Step 2, find a practice exam. Early in the semester, find an exam with material that you have already covered. Step 3, take the test. Step 4, get feedback. Ideally, this would be from your professor, but most professors won't do this for you. You may need to talk to someone in academic support or hire a private tutor. You need specific feedback on the quality of your rule statements and analysis, organization, and grammar. Feedback from someone telling you, hey, you're on the right track, you're doing well, that's worthless. Find someone that will help you identify what you don't know. Step 5, improve. Pick one of your trouble spots and focus some time getting better. Suppose that your rule statements are weak. Take steps to improve, like using flashcards with the Lettner box method. Now, interestingly, there is a strong correlation between weak rule statements and weak analysis. If you fix the weak rule statement, then you may see stronger analysis. Also, don't be satisfied with one approach. Look for different ways to improve. So, flashcards and other methods to help you improve your rule statements. Step 6, repeat. Go back, find another practice exam, and start again. The key is continuous improvement, making small gains every week. Whatever you do, just don't give up. You may be starting with more deficiencies than someone else in the class, but that doesn't mean you won't succeed. Remember the story of the tortoise and the rabbit? They agree to race, and the rabbit is convinced he is going to win because of his superior running skills. But the tortoise never stops, and he eventually wins. It's the small, manageable steps that will help you become successful. If you have additional tips, please leave them in the comments section. And if you enjoyed this material, hit the like button. Also, to avoid missing any future episodes, hit the subscribe and bell buttons. For more resources to help you get ahead, including my blog and newsletter, check out learnlawbetter.com. Thanks for watching.